Hey everyone, Zach here from Primrose Productions Music. Today is going to be the second video in our series of how to release music. Last week's video was all about making your own album art with a couple of free online pieces of software. So if you don't have your album art already and you're looking to get that done, I recommend going back and watching that video. This week we're going to be talking about how to upload your music to an online distributor. Now there's a ton out there. There's things like Distrokid, CD Baby, TuneCore, things like that. But basically what they all do is they take your music and they put it on all of the online stores and everything. So things like Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, all those. Uploading through these distributors is how you're going to get your music into those stores. Now, there's a couple bells and whistles that are different with each one, but for the most part, they're the same general thing. I personally like Distrokid. I'm not sponsored by them, I just like their software. So when I show you how to go through it, I'm going to be showing you on Distrokid. But the process is going to be pretty similar for any other online distributor that you're going to use. So anyway, let's jump right into that. So as I mentioned, guys, we're going to use Distrokid to upload our song. Of course, there are a ton of different music distributors. You can use things like CD Baby, TuneCore, things like that. But I personally like Distrokid. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not going to go into the list of features that I like about it. I'm just going to tell you flat out, I like Distrokid, so that's what we're on. So we're logged in here. This is my dashboard. I've only released, personally, one song on here before. And so this shows what you've uploaded in the past. So if I had more, obviously they would all be showing up here, but they're not. And you can see here, these are all the stores that this song currently appears in. So anyone looking for my music can find it in any one of these stores. That's what Distrokid does. That's what any of these distribution companies do. They take your track and they get it into the stores for people to see. So, new track. We got it bounced out. We finished it up. We're ready to upload it. So we just hit upload and we got to fill things out. Alright, so you're going to choose what services you want. So I'm just going to leave them all selected because why wouldn't you want them in every service? It doesn't cost you any more to be on every service. So yeah, just leave them all selected. And then you choose your number of songs. We're just uploading a single. So one song. You can choose however many songs you want here, but we're just doing a single. Previously released. Has this single been previously released? No, it has not. Alright, for the artist name, I'm just using my name. I don't have a band name that I've made up or anything, so I'm just going to put Zach Primrose. It's already there. And make sure you read this. Only list your name, stage name, or your band name. Do not include anyone else's name like the featured or presents or anything. That's not going under the artist name. It's just your name or your band name or your stage name or whatever your main artist moniker is. Okay, artist already in Apple Music. Yes, I'm already in Apple Music because I've previously uploaded a track through Distrokid. Artist already in Spotify. Yes, I'm already in Spotify because, again, I've already uploaded a song through here. And it gives you a link to make sure that this is in fact you. So I'm going to click that, open it up. Yep, that's me. Look at my ugly mug. Alright. So I know that that's me. So click that's me. Oh man, they know now. Alright, and release date. Today's date is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. So, you could set this date to release today, but it would not actually end up on any of the streaming services today. You need at least a week for them to actually come up. You'll need to put it at least a week out if you want it to actually release on the correct day. And the longer the better. I think it lets you upload things up to like 4 weeks out before the release. So that's what we're actually going to do, is we're going to set this to a month out. So we're going to hit May 29th, 2020. Alright, and the reason for that is, again, so it processes so that the actual release day is on the day you've chosen. So you have plenty of time to promote it ahead of time, and you can also try and get it on Spotify playlists and get some press for it and things like that. And we'll talk about that in a later video. But for now, yeah, I'm just going to set the release day for 1 month from today at the time of filming this video. And release time, just 12 a.m. It doesn't matter. Pick whatever time you want. And time synchronization, for this is only for Spotify, so I'm going to choose that it will release at 12 a.m. in the listener's time zone. So rather than releasing to the whole world at the same time based on my time zone, then it's just going to whenever 12 a.m. hits on May 29th for each individual person, that's when they'll be able to access the song. Alright, and pre-order, and I'm gonna hit no, don't let anyone buy it until the release date, because honestly, I'm not really a fan of selling my tracks. I just like to give out my tracks. I like people to be able to listen for free and enjoy my music. If you're a person that likes to sell your tracks, then sure, letting people pre-order is a great idea. Spotify also, it's not mentioned here, but Spotify also has a thing where you can get people to pre-save the track. So obviously Spotify, you don't pay for each individual track, you just pay for you can either use the free version or you can pay for the monthly subscription. So you can get a pre-save link for the track on Spotify so that you can send that out to people that want to pre-save the track, so that as soon as it drops into their playlist, it drops into their favorites. Record label, I'm not really a record label. Primrose Productions Music, that's my recording studio, obviously, as I'm sure you know if you're watching this on my channel, Primrose Productions Music, but I'm not technically a record label, but I also don't have a record label, so I'm just going to leave it as that. That's fine. Album cover, alright, this is where you're going to upload whatever cover you want. If you saw last week's video, you saw us create the album cover. So here it is. Here's the final album cover. We'll drop that in there. Cheesy as fuck. That's what we were going for. I wanted the cheesiest possible album cover. So there we go. Super cheesy. All right. Language, English, primary genre. They don't get super specific. So let's go metal. Secondary genre. It doesn't really have a secondary genre, so I'm just gonna leave that off. Alright, song title. This song is called My Own. Now, as you noticed, when we did the artist name earlier, it didn't want us to put any featured artists, but we are going to put them in the song title, because obviously we need to give Dave Swillam some spotlight there for his contribution to this song. And as soon as you type in feat, it asks if you formatted it correctly. And I didn't put the parentheses. And I missed the D in his name. Dave, don't kill me, I'm sorry, man. I'm not typing well today because this stupid microphone's blocking my keyboard. I can't see it. So yeah. So it's gonna make sure you format everything correctly. So if it's just one, in parentheses, feat, the artist name. If it's 2, feat, the artist name, ampersand, artist name. If it's 3, feat, first artist, comma, second artist, ampersand, third artist. Okay? Feat is always lowercase and always in parentheses. So, yeah, it's just trying to make sure that this doesn't have any issues on any of the different platforms. It's pretty much universal on all the platforms at this point. So they just put up this little warning so you don't fuck up and make your track not show up for whatever reason because you messed up. Yeah, see, it goes through all this stuff. If it were like a part 1 or a part 2 or a volume or whatever, you know, sometimes like prog bands and stuff like that will have a part 1 and a part 2. So it shows you how you would write that all in and everything. Instrumental in parentheses, multiple things. Yeah, it just goes over everything that you would need to know to correctly name your track so there's no issues uploading it to any of the services. Okay, and then, of course, you need to go and choose the file. So we gotta go navigate to it. This is the stupid thing that I called it before it had an actual name. I called it Thrashier. because it was just a working title because I wasn't writing the lyrics. And my buddy Dave Swellum came up with the name My Own because he wrote the lyrics for it. And see, I initially bounced out this wrong version that just said My Own, and then I had to look at all these versions that I bounced out. Oh man. So then I gotta find the right one. My Own featuring Dave Swellum, and you want the WAV file, not the MP3, because it'll automatically convert it to MP3 or whatever. So have the highest quality we can before it's converted into any of the other file types. Songwriter. I wrote the song, or manager of the songwriter. Another artist wrote it. I wrote the instrumentals, and Dave wrote the lyrics. So I'm gonna just put it as I for now, and then when we get into the credits later, I can individually single him out and make sure he gets his cut of any profits that this song might accrue. It makes me put my full name. This is the first time, most of you probably know this, my first name is actually Brian. But I go by my middle name more often than not. And now that's something you can't unknow. Explicit lyrics. I don't remember. I'm gonna go look up the lyrics real quick. And make sure that there aren't any explicit lyrics before, so I don't check the wrong thing. So these are the lyrics for the song. Again, Dave wrote these. I only wrote the music. And yeah, so no explicit lyrics, so that's good. So we're gonna click. It's already clicked for us. No, the lyrics are not explicit. Obviously, for any of you that don't know, explicit lyrics means, do you say any swear words at all? Is this a radio edit? No, I don't believe in radio edits. Play the whole fucking song or don't play it, you assholes. Instrumental. This song does contain lyrics. If it were an instrumental, I would hit no, this song does not contain lyrics. Preview clip start time. I don't really care. I can start whenever, so we'll just hit let streaming services decide where they want the preview clip to start. If you, for some reason, have a very specific spot you want in the song you want to start in the song, then for the preview, then you can hit here and it'll let you select. And track price, this is for anywhere that actually sells it. I don't think, yeah, I can't even hit 0, but it does let me do 69 cents, so nice. So I'm gonna have to go with that, but honestly I would rather have 0, just because, again, I don't believe in selling my music, but whatever. Alright, these are a bunch of extras that they offer, and you can go through them and decide what you want to use, and I forget what they are, so I'm going to read them real quick and tell you which one I use. I guess I know I use one of them. Alright, so I'm going to do the Instagram and Facebook one because that's free, and the Shazam and Siri thing. So if anyone hears it playing on the radio and they're like, oh, what song is this? They can find out what song it is and go find it. Right, and then some important checkboxes that you got to go through. Oh, hang on, one more thing. I specifically didn't choose the YouTube money. Being a YouTuber and knowing how many people get copyright strikes for music and shit, it pisses me off. It really does. So I'm not going to be that guy. If you want to use my music in your YouTube videos, go for it. Just don't claim that it's yours, because if you claim it's yours, if you're like, oh, I wrote this song, I'll kill you. But for legal purposes, that was a joke. But anyway, yeah. If you just want to use my music as background music, just put my name somewhere in the description. I don't care. It's fine. And then, yeah, so these checkboxes down here. Yeah, they want to make sure you're not going to ask them why your song's on YouTube because you selected YouTube Music as being able to use it. Yes, I recorded this music. I am authorized to use it. Duh. Yep, the only other name in there is Dave's name, and of course I have his permission because he wrote on the song, and I'm sure he wants to be credited for that. And yes, I read the terms and conditions. And you just hit done, and it uploads, and it's going to take a little bit, but once it's done, it'll tell you it's done uploading, and it'll give you a little disclaimer saying, hey, this might take a little time to get in stores. It'll probably be about a week before it's in all the stores. And if your release date is later, then obviously they won't show up until the release date you chose. But if you chose to release it today, just bear in mind it's going to take some time to process, which is totally understandable, because if you're releasing it today with a scheduled release date for today, you're kind of an idiot. Sorry, no offense, but yeah, you got to plan ahead on these things. And that's why I'm doing this video series, is because I want you to know that you need to get a jump on these and how much planning goes into this. You want to do these releases right, so that's why I'm setting the release date for exactly a month after the day I'm uploading this. And yeah, so if you're watching this video after May 29th, 2020, go check out the track, and I'd appreciate the listen. See, there you go. Done. That was easy, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. It was super easy. There's the album cover. When will this album be released? I mean, it's not an album cover, it's a single cover. And yeah, again, it's a single, not an album. But we sent the single to stores and told them to make it live on May 29th, 2020, which is exactly what I wanted. And right here, they said, get to work. We made a pre-save page to help you get more listeners. So you can go check that out, and it just shows you, it's like the Spotify pre-save kind of a thing, where you can share the link on all of your social media, and people can go and save it, so as soon as it drops, they get to listen to it. And what's next? You can check on the status and add credits and lyrics. So I think that's the last thing I'm going to show you, is adding the lyrics and the credits. Oh man, it's getting all fancy with the fucking moving picture and everything. Abort single. No, we do not want to abort the single. We worked hard on that. Artwork, processing, songs. So here we're going to do lyrics. Okay, just add lyrics, no other information. You don't want it to say things like intro, chorus, and whatever. So I am going to copy this whole thing, but I'm going to cut out all the things that say like the verse times 2 and things like that. So we'll just copy that and we'll paste it. Okay, we're just going to cut out this verse times 2. Okay, we want to double check some of the spelling. Now it might kick us for the punctuation here. It's kind of a stickler about punctuation. There's 2 question marks here. Hopefully it's not a problem. We're just going to hit red, and we're going to hit save lyrics. Alright, it says it's done, so let's return to the lyrics page. Alright, anyway, let's navigate back to my music. Alright, let's click on that song again, because we weren't quite done. Now we want to go into credits. Now, before I click this, I'm going to tell you I'm probably going to have to black out a lot of things on this page, because I don't want to be giving out Dave's email address and things like that. So, again, there's my full name. Oh man, I need to edit this credit. Hang on. Dave, if you're watching this, I apologize. I don't know how to take off where it says that the lyrics were mine, but I assure you I am not going to claim in any way that I had anything to do with these lyrics. That was 100% you. I just don't know how to edit that to take that off, unfortunately. But I am putting you in here. Hopefully it doesn't ask for your middle name, because I don't know what your middle name is. And musician vocals. Again, Dave Swillum. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right, dude. Alright, submit to stores. Not adding credits for now. And oh, okay, here it is. It's under the team function. This is how you divide up credits on Distrokid. This is how you divide up payment. So I'm going to go into edit team, and it says here that I got, leave my middle name out, bastards. So it's telling me that I get 100% of the revenue share. That's not how it's going to work. We are going to add Dave, and I'm not going to show you his email address. We're going to have to black this out. Right, so like I said, I'm going to black out his email address there, and now we got to think what kind of percentage he wants to do. Because we need to consider, I wrote the music, I programmed the drums, I played the guitar and the bass, I also mixed and mastered the whole thing. He wrote the vocals, he engineered the vocals, and he performed the vocals. So it's a tough call, because I mean, there's 4 instruments, so normally for just songwriting he would get 25%, but he didn't do any of the mixing side of things, so that would make me think that I should take 80% and he should take 20%, but I don't want to undercut the guy. He did a really good job for me. I'm really proud of how it came out, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to give him 25% of anything this track earns. And to be perfectly honest, this track will probably never make any money, because I don't like to sell my music. But if it ever does make some money, then that money will be sent to Distrokid, and then Distrokid will subsequently send 75% of it to me and 25% of it to him. And I hope he's happy with that. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, that looks right to me. I don't even remember what the fuck my password is, guys. But I'm gonna black that shit out too, so you don't see that. Alright, so there we go. Now he has his 25% share in any money that's made from that song. Which, again, is unlikely, but if it does make some money, he'll get it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, it's pretty straightforward, but I figured I'd walk you through it just in case you would have any questions about the process. It's pretty much the same for any of the different online distributors. They'll all pretty much do the same thing that Distrokid does. If you guys liked that video, if you found it helpful, if you could hit that like button, it really helps me out. And if you could hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when the new videos come out. Next week, we're going to be talking about how to get your music noticed faster on the release date. You may or may not know, but the first 24 to 72 hours of a song's release are really important. They're what makes things like Spotify's algorithm see if they want to push it to more people. So I'm going to show you how to build some buzz around the release before it actually comes out, so that on release day, people are going and listening to it, so Spotify's algorithm picks it up and pushes it out there for you. Yeah, so tune in next week to check that out, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.